Before we do that, Rosenberg, you have a conspiracy around all this Trump violence and activity at his St. Louis rally. There was violence. Chicago was canceled because of violence.
Yes.
Your theory is?
Well, I just feel that the more violence there is at his stuff, the more he's able to look sort of like a victim, the more sympathy he can get. And he goes from being this bully to gaining some supporters.
To being bullied.
Yeah, and gaining supporters because of that. Like people, Republicans who have been thinking, he's not a real Republican. I don't want to vote for him. He's crazy. But then they see what is made to look like for their eyes, young black people being animated and angry, and that scares them and makes them sympathize.
Y'all better pay attention to this. He's telling you what white people think right now.
I mean, I'm guessing. I didn't hear this from any other white people.
You guys didn't have a meeting about this? There's no I'm not Gmail chat about this?
I was kicked out of the meetings a long time ago when I started working with you.
So do you feel like this is a paid-for plan by the Trump campaign? You feel like it's that inside, where he's smart enough, he's been on television long enough, he's been entertaining long enough. He's even been known to pay people to jump up on stage at his rallies and say the things. You remember he had those black women jumping up there?
Well, let's not question. There's one thing about Donald Trump we will not question, and that is his intelligence when it comes to making headlines. Do not play yourself. He makes Kim Kardashian look like a rookie. The way he gets press right now, I just did a search for his name on the front page of the Daily News. You know, you can look find on your computer to find the next. It said 30 different times his name comes up on the front page of the Daily News. So let's never question his ability to get headlines. So is it possible that he wants to have this situation around him and look at the Sanders people coming for me. Look at the people coming for me. When really it's not real? I think it's possible. You saw the people who got, by the way, and a side note
Told
to that.
y'all he had a whole thing on it.
Y'all saw the dude who got punched in the face, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, don't get me wrong. That upset me. Seeing some big, stupid, white, whatever, punch some dude in the face. But you realize the dude who was punched in the face, those weren't protesters. Those were guys who were acting like jackwagons. They were walking around screaming, cursing in the air, throwing their middle finger up. Honestly, if it wasn't a Trump rally where I want them to do that, I would say they probably deserve to get punched in the face. But my point is, that wasn't real protesting. What was that? You know what I'm saying? Even that could be.
So you feel like they just run in here and start some trouble and get it on camera?
I don't know, but those were not protesters. Those were not Black Lives Matter people. Those were not. I read an article that said J. Cole is sending him like Dreamville. My man, that is not.
No, that's a different one.
Two different
that's
stories.
Which one's that?
That's another guy who was a protester.
Oh, okay, good. Then send him Dreamville stuff.
Yeah.
The guy who was walking, the guy who was on tape getting punched. My point is that guy appears to me to not be a real protester.
Right.
Well, it appears to, but what if he was? What if he was just really passionate in the moment and he got tired of people yelling racist things? Because that's what's happening at these Trump things. And then he got so passionate that he was like, F you, F everyone. And then he got punched. What if he was a protester?
That's not what's happening.
Why? Because he wasn't holding a sign?
No, he just feels like it's an inside job.
Yeah, and I saw the video. He was screaming around, just looking at the crowd, throwing up his middle
like
fingers.
Like he was at a WWE event.
Yeah, they were just acting like they were there for fun.
I don't know.
It could be. Guess what? We don't know.
I'm telling you, it's a setup. It's a
but
setup.
it has us talking, and I think to Rosenberg's point, whether you agree with it or not, we know Trump, his promo machine. He had a show. He knows how to get promo. He's always known how to get headlines and promo. We can't look past this as a possibility, and people getting baited into it. We're all sitting here talking about it right before another big primary.
And that's the thing. Another thing about him, even if it's not that he's setting it up, he could just be using his language in such a way to gear people up for it. Then when they do
he studied those Hitler speeches. He's a Hitler student.
Oh yeah, he loved that book. He loved Mein Kampf.
Mein Kampf is his joint.